Hello everybody, this is Steve, your everyday guy here, and in today's video we're going to do an unboxing of the Roadshock LED floodlights that are available at Harbor Freight. Now these ones also have the side lights on them, and the cool thing about these is these are IP67 rated, as well as put out 2,120 lumens each. So that multiply that times 2, and that's what both of them will have, because this is a 2-pack. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That really does help me grow the channel so I can make more great videos. So let's get into the unboxing.
Product reviews and unboxing brought to you by Everyday Guy.
So first thing we're going to do is we're going to open it up here. And inside the box, you're going to see we have looks like this is our owner and safety manual. So it gives you a brief description on how to install it. There's really not a whole lot to it. There's the manual. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a protective cover. And then underneath there, we're going to get into the nitty gritty. So the first thing we're going to have is we're going to have these right here. Now you'll notice these are going to plug into the light themselves. And these are two unfinished ends so that you can splice them to whatever you're going to use to mount them. If you want to, they do sell a installation pack at Harbor Freight. So that you can wire that in and it plugs in, has a switch. I'm going to wire mine up in my vehicle a little differently. Watch my bumper video to see how I do that. I will go ahead and link down below in the comments to that bumper video in case you want to see. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to dig right in here and see what we have. So here it looks like we have one installation bracket. Got a nut inside there. I'm not sure if you can really see this too well. Looks like we have a bolt, a nut, and then two screws for the side. And we're going to have one of those on each side, one for each light. Then we're going to have the lights themselves. And so right here you can see this is the lights, the cord. As I was talking about earlier with these cords right here, these ends will plug in right like that. Turn over this way because you can see that little release there. So unplug it. I'm not going to plug it in right now. You'll notice right here that says right hand, and then also you'll see there is LEDs right here and none right there. So there's the first one, and then here's going to be the second one, and sure enough this one's going to say left hand, and then you're going to notice there's no LEDs on this side, but there is on this side right here. It's going to be the right and left, and then in terms of what's in the box, that's going to be it. So the way that the brackets are going to attach, it's going to be really simple. You'll notice these brackets when you put them on here. You'll see there's a little screw, right, the holes are right there. So they go on either like this, or probably be better to mount them like that. Now, one thing you'll notice is that once you go to install them, there's not a whole lot of room. So what I recommend is when you're going to install them, put them this way, and then once you have this bolted on, then you can use your nuts. Now, one really nice thing to the way these brackets are installed is that when you put your bolt in here like this, you'll notice that right on top, that keeps it from spinning because that holds it tight. So if you wanted to put this in first, it will hold it tight. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. That's your nut for the bolt right there. And that is a lock nut, so that's nice. So once you get that on there and tight, you don't have to worry about vibrations potentially rattling it loose. Because if you're like me, you're buying this Jeep to take it off pavement, and so there's probably going to be a lot of vibrations that travel through as you're going along. So first step, we've got our bolts in there. Next step, we're going to line those up. I'll put that down for now. All right, so we've got those lined up. It's going to go right into there. Just going to get that lined up with the hole. And you'll notice it's a very smooth bolt, so I'm using the Allen wrench to guide that in. All right, so I've got one side. Now we're going to take our other side. There we go. Had a little trouble getting that lined up. Now you can see I've got that going in there like that. So now you can see we've got this on here, and then we've got our bolt there. One little trick I'll tell you about when you go to put it on. You can see right here, see I've got that pressed down touching that. That'll keep that from sliding out, so it'll keep it tight. Now we can go out and put that right on. Now the next question is, how are you going to wire this to your vehicle? When I installed my bumper, my fog lights did not fit into the bumper I bought, so these are going to replace those. So what I've done to make my life easier, since that's what I'm using, is I have bought these adapters. Now, they sell several different kinds of adapters. I could have bought ones that would plug directly into here because this is kind of a universal adapter. Those were going to take me an extra week and cost like $5 more. I'd have spent $5 more, but I didn't want to wait the extra week. So what I did is I bought these, and this is the receptacle for my existing fog lights, and so this will plug right into my vehicle. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to snip this off here. I'm going to wire these together. Going to use some plastic shielding, and then this is what's going to wire it to my car. And the really cool thing is when I don't have to put a switch in my vehicle, I just use my existing fog light switch to turn these on and off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and make this wire conversion. We're going to get them set up on my vehicle, and I'll show you what they look like when it's all said and done. In this picture, you can see I've got the lights mounted on the Stinger. One thing you do want to be aware of with these lights, because they're so bright, do not use them on the road. That is not what they're for. These are for off-road or trail use. The other thing is since you've made it this far in the video, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. You obviously enjoyed this video. And so leave a comment below. Do you think these are lights that you would use? How do you think the install turned out? I want to thank you for taking time to watch my video. This is Steve, your Everyday Guy, and I will see you in the next video.